been a lot of stuff happening in the North Carolina mountains. The western side of the state has been closed. Pretty much I-40, like everything is just closed. No roads are allowed to be traveled on the west side of the country by regular people of the state because the roads are so broken. Mudslides, rivers overflowing, the roads breaking apart, sinkholes, just everything you can think of. Just the roads broken apart. The west side of the state is pretty much closed. Um, there's people in Asheville. I was going through Twitter, and somebody who is in Asheville managed to get a tweet out. They said that there were 500 people in the library area in Asheville, and that there was barely any water. Um, that you know that they were just gathered trying to use the Wi-Fi to get messages and contact out, since there's no cell towers active due to the mudslides and everything. Um, the whole situation is the town is blocked pretty much because all the roads are closed. It's in the mountains. Uh, the rivers have washed away a lot of homes and a lot of things, and there's no communication to get out except some trickling communication through some Wi-Fi and some people having satellite phones, but there's not a lot of it. So these 500 people are gathered in the library area using the Wi-Fi. They don't have a lot of water, and they're just uh, sitting there, looking forward to see information, trying to get help. And I tweeted back to her and I told her um, that to gather the water and try to conserve as much as they could until they got help. To gather food if they could find any, because it's gonna be probably a couple of days still till they get rescued out of there. And I told them Godspeed and God bless. It wasn't long because there's not a lot of characters you can put on a tweet, but pretty much um, hunker down, and that there was some form of rescue being orchestrated to, you know, to get them. I hadn't heard anything about the National Guard or anything yet, so we're just waiting to see what information comes out. There has been no word from the governor of North Carolina. There has been no word from the president. This western side of the whole state is pretty much locked down in the sense that they closed off from everything, and there's no Wi-Fi or no real signal coming in for phones. There's no communication except the trickling of little information that people can manage to get out when they get, when they get a connection randomly. So please pray for North Carolina. Pray for the people of Western North Carolina and the mountains in Asheville and Boone, like in Waynesville, the whole area. There's major cities, but there's also outlying areas where people are lost or washed out and just trying to survive, trying to find food, trying to find water, trying to get help to get out since all the roads are closed. It is a really intense situation. Um, I was crying a little bit earlier because somebody had emailed um, a North Carolina Weather Authority on, I think that's their name, on Facebook, and they posted the email or the message was saying that there's 100 people in a certain area in the mountains, that one of the persons is pregnant and about to give birth, that they need food and water and they need help. Um, and it just made me cry. I was just crying for a little while there because it's a lot, it's a lot to deal with internally. To think of somebody pregnant, just having to give birth in a rescue situation. So please pray for the people in North Carolina. Pray for the people in the mountains. There are 100 or so people that are trapped up there. Um, they're gathered together, so they're helping each other. There were people commenting that there were midwives that they could help with the birthing process if they needed it. But it's intense, guys. It's intense. Um, there's also the storm that's building in the Gulf region, the Bay Campeche. Possibly, it's a 40% chance of development. So if anything else develops, I'll share the information um, and post about it. But it's intense in North Carolina, guys. Please pray also for Florida and for the rest of the states that have been affected and are still being affected by the passing of Helene. It's intense, guys. God bless. Pray, pray, pray. Jesus is coming soon. God bless you.